A heart open, introducing Ethan. Ethan, a young man with kind eyes and a warm smile, navigated life with a hopeful heart. He worked hard, always striving for the best. He dreamed of finding a love as true and pure as the ones in classic novels. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Ethan's search for love continued. He went on dates, met interesting people, but something was always missing. He yearned for a connection, a spark that ignited his soul. One sunny afternoon, as Ethan strolled through the park, he noticed a woman sitting on a bench, her head bent over a book. Her hair glistened in the sunlight, and a gentle breeze carried a hint of her perfume, sweet and enticing. Gathering his courage, Ethan approached her. "Excuse me," he began, his voice a bit shaky. "I couldn't help but notice you're reading Jane Austen. She's my favorite author too." The woman looked up, startled at first, but then a smile bloomed on her face. "Oh, hello," she said, her voice as melodious as a songbird. "Jane Austen is a genius, isn't she?" And so began Ethan and Emily's love story. Or so Ethan thought. Emily was everything he'd ever wanted, beautiful, intelligent, and shared his passion for literature. They spent hours talking, laughing, and getting to know each other. Emily painted a picture of her life, a successful lawyer, a loving family, and a thirst for adventure, just like Ethan. Their connection deepened with each passing day, and Ethan found himself falling head over heels in love. He introduced Emily to his friends, who were instantly charmed by her. She fit seamlessly into his life, and Ethan couldn't believe his luck. He had finally found the one he'd been searching for. As weeks turned into months, Ethan started noticing inconsistencies in Emily's stories. Small details didn't add up. A forgotten birthday, a sudden business trip that coincided with a family event she'd mentioned earlier. He brushed off these inconsistencies initially, attributing them to Emily's busy life. But as time went on, the doubts lingered in his mind. Ethan tried to ignore them, clinging to the image of the perfect woman he believed Emily to be. One evening, while scrolling through social media, Ethan stumbled upon a picture of Emily with another man. The caption read, "Celebrating our anniversary." Ethan's heart skipped a beat. Emily had told him she was single. Confusion and hurt washed over him. He confronted Emily, who dismissed it as an old picture, a past relationship she'd forgotten to mention. Ethan wanted to believe her, but the seed of doubt had been sown. Section 4. A shocking revelation. The phone call. One evening, Ethan received a call from an unknown number. Hesitantly, he answered. The voice on the other end sent shivers down his spine. "Ethan, I have some information about Emily. You need to know the truth." The voice belonged to a woman who claimed to be a colleague of Emily's. She revealed a web of lies Emily had spun, a fake identity, a fabricated career, and a string of broken hearts left in her wake. Ethan's world came crashing down. He couldn't believe the woman he loved, the woman he had let into his life, was capable of such deception. The pain of betrayal cut deep, leaving him reeling from the shock. He thanked the woman on the phone, his voice shaking, and hung up. He sat there for a long time, staring at his phone, trying to process the enormity of what he had just learned. Section 5. Confrontation and denial. A bitter truth. Ethan knew he couldn't ignore this. He had to confront Emily. He called her, his voice cold and distant, a stark contrast to the warmth he usually exuded. Emily answered, her voice chirping as usual, oblivious to the storm that awaited her. "We need to talk," Ethan said, his voice devoid of any emotion. He recounted everything the woman on the phone had told him, waiting for an explanation, a denial, anything. To his dismay, Emily didn't even try to deny it. She shrugged it off, saying it was all in the past and that it didn't matter now. Her nonchalant attitude infuriated Ethan. He couldn't comprehend how she could be so callous, so devoid of remorse. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. The woman he loved never existed. It was all a facade, a carefully constructed illusion designed to lure him in. The pain of betrayal was amplified by the realization that he had been played.